secret governance system. And that secret governance system has decided to change how we're governed and managed. And we're having a big disagreement because they want central control, and digital technology will allow them to do that for the first time in history. And we don't want that. We want to be free. So we're having a big debate about whether or not we're going to go to a complete control grid or we're going to be free. That's the debate. And whether the breakaways can break back in and say, okay, we're dictating to you. Now that we've stolen all your money, we're going to dictate to you how you're going to live. I think Trump is in a box. And all I see, I have to judge people by what they're doing. And what it looks to me like Trump and Musk are implementing the control grid at high speed. Okay, to do a control grid, we need a digital ID implemented that's very high quality, high precise. Check the box. We need an all digital financial system. Check the box. We need a way of doing interoperable money. Check the box. If you look at what Doge is doing, we need a social credit system. Check the box.
Wait, what do you mean by that? What Doge is doing?
Doge is, from what it looks like to me, and I'm basing my assessment of what I know from Doge includes, I read the Financial Times, I need to read the Wall Street Journal, and I need to read Wired. Wired has done there's 20 trillion missing from DOD, there's $1 trillion missing from HUD. I'm going to go in, figure out where it went, get it back.
Right.
That's not what they did. If you said to me, I want to build a social credit system that can be used to enforce control against the American people and basically lock them down with both enforcement and social credit, I would go get the Social Security data, the IRS data, and the Treasury payment data, and that's exactly what they did. Trump was put in by the bankers to get the control grid. He is moving very, very fast. First, he's getting the Real ID implemented very aggressively. Real ID. To do a control grid, you need a very high quality precision national ID. And he's got Kristi Noem out there pushing the Real ID like there's no tomorrow. The feds are pushing it. The second thing you need is an all digital financial system. So you got to kill cash and you got to make everybody interact digitally. He's canceled pennies, but he's also canceled now. Normally I pay my taxes with paper, and now he's saying, no, you got to do everything digital. He's trying to, if you go through that list, I've got 50 different items of what he's doing.
What we're seeing today is what I call turnkey totalitarianism. They are putting in place all of these technological mechanisms for control we've never seen before. It's been the ambition of every totalitarian state from the beginning of mankind to control every aspect of behavior, of conduct, of thought, and to obliterate dissent. None of them have been able to do it. They didn't have the technological capacity. Today, the mechanisms are being put in place that will make it so none of us can run and none of us can hide. Within 5 years, we're going to see 415,000 low-orbit satellites. Bill Gates says his 65,000 satellites alone will be able to look at every square inch of the planet 24 hours a day. Digital currency that will allow them to punish us from a distance and cut off our food supply. Every right that you have is transformed into a privilege contingent upon your obedience to arbitrary government dictates. It will make you a slave. And what do we do about this? What do? We resist. I'm going to tell you 3 rules that you all need to know and memorize. Number 1, every power that government takes from us, it will never relinquish voluntarily. Number 2, every power they take from us, they will ultimately abuse to the maximum extent possible. Number 3, nobody in history of the planet has ever complied their way out of totalitarian control. Every capitulation is a signal to the oppressors to impose new forms of torment or torture or compliance or obedience. Every time you comply, you get weaker. Bullies cannot be appeased. It just encourages them to new forms of torture and torment. Every time you say yes, you're getting pushed back to a weaker position. That's why we need to resist today.
Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekah, Quadash, and a sincere salutations to the hopeful elect, and also a healthy shalom to the few Akwath that are listening and learning. Lord's willing, this lesson be edifying. So I'm going to begin this lesson in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, starting at verse 1. And it reads, "But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night." Right. And we know that the day of the Lord is darkness and not light. It's a dreadful, miserable day. And during the time of our Lord's return, Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, there will be a digital totalitarian system in place. And if you people are paying attention, it's made obvious of what's coming. All roads lead to Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16, the mark of the beast. Let's grab Revelation chapter 13, and we're going to start at verse 12 and jump around. It reads, "And he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him." Right. America exercises all the power of the first beast. Okay. Rome, the Roman Empire. Okay. To this day, their system is the spitting image of the Roman Empire. Okay. Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, the Bill of Rights was influenced by Roman law. The way we elect representatives, okay, a government ran by elected officials, that's from Rome. So America is the revised Roman Empire. So it reads, "And causeth the earth and them which dwell thereon to worship the first beast." Right. How do the people worship the first beast? Through taking part in all that this system has to offer. It reads, "Whose deadly wound was healed." Jumping down to 15, it reads, "And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast." And contrary to popular belief, the image of the beast is not a picture of good old JC, Jesus Christ, an image. No. All right. The image of the beast is speaking through the systems put in place here. Okay. The vibrations. You literally looking around, see the Roman Empire, the ancient Roman Empire living. It's alive. Okay. All the way down to its governance, law, architecture, you name it. You name it. So that's how the image of the beast is speaking. So it reads, "And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed." Right. We're coming upon the time that if you don't bend the knee to this totalitarian system, you are going to be deleted. Simple as that. You are going to be deleted. You know, you had the Mr. Kennedy and the clip that I played prior tell you that these elites want to control every aspect of your behavior, of your conduct, your thoughts. Okay? Which is the ambition of every totalitarian state, man. They always want complete control, godlike power over the people. And once they have power over the people, they never relinquish it. Never. And people's heads are about to be put on the chopping block. And just like in ancient Rome, the draconian, matter of fact, let me see if I still got it pulled up. Real quick, it reads, AI overview. Yes, ancient Rome had many oppressive laws and customs, and the Roman legal system was fundamentally unequal. While elements of Roman law influence modern legal systems, it is important to remember that it was designed to maintain a strict social hierarchy rather than to protect the rights of the people. And that's exactly what is taking place now. Trump is protecting the hierarchy, the elites. Okay, passing legislation that benefit them. And you haven't seen nothing yet. You haven't seen nothing yet. Heads are about to roll. And if you don't take this man's mark, you will be deleted. If you don't want to be a part of this man's system, you will be deleted or living off grid somewhere. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah. So it reads 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. Right. Who is the he? Esau, Edom, the so-called self-proclaimed white man, the one who governs over this system, over this world. So all roads lead to Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16. And I'm going to end it there. Lord's willing, this was edifying. Shalom, Israel. Wa, Abad, Babal.